All right, let's all just take a deep breath for a second. In this explainer, we are diving into a movement that's all about countering our frantic, fast paced world. We're talking about slow living.
So let me ask you something. Ever feel like you're just constantly racing against the clock? If you've ever felt overworked, totally stressed out, or just plain tired of being busy all the time, you are definitely not alone. It seems like so many of us are craving a simpler life, more space, more ease. But where does this constant feeling of being rushed even come from?
Okay, so let's get into why we're all so rushed. It actually starts with this really powerful, almost primal urge that lives inside all of our brains. An urge that modern life has basically put into overdrive. And that urge, it's called instant gratification. You know exactly what this is. It's that natural drive to want good things, and to want them right now. It's the part of you that picks the delicious, sugary donut over the healthy snack, or slams the snooze button instead of getting up for that morning workout. And yeah, it feels great in the moment, but it almost always comes at a long-term cost. This slide visualizes that inner conflict perfectly. It uses a metaphor from the writer Tim Urban, the instant gratification monkey. This little guy lives in our brain, and his only job is to make the current moment as easy and fun as possible. He's always fighting our more logical, rational decision maker for control of the ship. And let's be honest, he wins a lot. At least until a deadline gets so close that the panic monster wakes up, starts screaming, and scares that little monkey right up a tree. So how did we even start pushing back against this? I mean, this whole battle against the tyranny of now isn't some new thing. In fact, the entire slow living movement was born from a single, really symbolic protest against the culture of fast. So picture this, it's 1986, Rome. Right there at the foot of the historic Spanish Steps, a McDonald's is about to open. And the locals, they were absolutely outraged. They saw it as this huge attack on their culture, on their food traditions. So, in response, an activist named Carlo Petrini founded the slow food movement. The goal was simple, but so powerful. Protect local food, make sure producers get fair prices, and celebrate the simple pleasure of a good meal. And an idea like that, it was just way too powerful to stay on the dinner plate. People started realizing, hey, wait a minute. These principles of slow food, cherishing quality, local connection, being mindful, this could apply to everything. It wasn't just about food anymore. It was about travel, work, parenting, really a whole new philosophy for how to live. So what does it actually mean to embrace slow living? Because let's be honest, it's a concept that gets misunderstood a lot. And spoiler alert, it is not about doing everything at a snail's pace. Okay, this right here, this is the absolute core of the whole philosophy. It's not about being lazy, it's about being intentional. The goal isn't to do everything slowly, but to do everything at the right speed. It means you consciously decide what deserves your full, focused attention, and you decide how technology should serve you, not the other way around. The fundamental shift is from living faster to living better. As the author Carl Honore puts it, in a culture that basically worships being busy, choosing to slow down is a truly radical act. It's a form of self-preservation, really. It's a way to take back your own time and your own attention from a world that is constantly demanding more of it. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, right? But what does it actually look like in our day-to-day lives? Well, it all comes down to one core principle: prioritizing quality over quantity. Just take how we consume information, for example. The fast way is doom scrolling through endless, chaotic feeds. A slow approach isn't about being uninformed, it's about choosing maybe a few trusted sources for a deep dive once a week, and then intentionally disconnecting. It's about creating the mental space to actually form your own thoughts, instead of just reacting to everyone else's. And the same exact thing goes for all our stuff. Fast consumption fills our closets with trendy, disposable items. Slow consumption, on the other hand, is about investing in fewer, high-quality pieces that you truly love and that are actually made to last. It's a deliberate shift away from a throwaway culture to one of intention and durability, which, by the way, is not only better for our peace of mind, but a heck of a lot better for the planet. And yep, this even applies to our jobs. We've all been sold this myth that multitasking makes us more productive, but slow work argues the exact opposite. It's about single tasking, focusing deeply on one thing at a time. It means taking real, intentional breaks to recharge, not just to check your phone. This approach is all about prioritizing meaningful progress over just the appearance of being busy, which ultimately leads to way better work and a lot less burnout. Now, beyond feeling calmer and more intentional, there is a truly profound benefit to this lifestyle. And it's something that sounds like it's straight out of science fiction, but it is backed by actual research. Slow living can literally change your perception of time.
Here's the core idea. When we rush, our minds are always in the future. We're thinking about the next meeting, the next errand, we're on autopilot. But when we slow down, we actually become present. We start to notice more. The details of a conversation, the taste of our food, the feeling of the sun. We are literally experiencing more of life as it happens. As the mindfulness pioneer Jon Kabat-Zinn says, by being present for more of our moments, we subjectively lengthen our lives. Think about that. It's not about adding more years to your life, but adding more life to your years. And look, this isn't just some nice philosophical idea. It's backed by science. Studies have shown that mindfulness practices, like meditation, can genuinely alter our brain's internal clock.
For example, take this study from 2013. A group of students meditated for just 1 week. Afterward, they were asked to estimate the length of a 5-minute film. Well, their estimates were significantly longer than the estimates from a group who didn't meditate. Their increased mindfulness literally stretched their perception of those 5 minutes. Wild, right?
So it all leaves us with this question. This isn't about radically overhauling your entire life overnight. It's about small, intentional shifts. So think about it. What is just one thing, making your morning coffee, having a conversation, or even just walking down the street, that you can choose to do at the right speed today? The answer might just change how you experience the rest of your day.